I have built a randomizer with the names of 200 plus Pokemon characters up, and using this we're going to pluck 2 names out of there, and thus those characters will fight each other using their best possible teams. Welcome back to Pokemon Master Showdown, and last time was Carmine versus Chairman Rose as a friendly rival took on an evil team leader. But today we have another battle ahead as Clavell, director of the Paldean Academy, takes on Noland, the head of the Battle Factory. Clavell was first introduced as the host of the introductory video at the start of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, welcoming the player to both the Academy and the Paldea region as a whole, before arriving at the player's house in Cabo Poco to give the player their starter Pokemon, a choice of Sprigatito, Fuecoco or Quaxley, before introducing the player to Nemona. In the past, Clavell worked as a Pokemon researcher and was part of the team of Professor Sada or Toro, depending on the version of the game, investigating Area Zero. A year and a half before the start of the game, he was named the director of the Academy and plays a big part in the Starfall Streets storyline. Here, he uses a team of the finally evolved forms of the 3 Paldean starters, Meowscarada, Skeledirge and Quaquaval, to complement the rest of his team in Oranguru, Poltergeist and Amoonguss. Noland was first introduced in Pokemon Emerald as the head of the Battle Factory in the Battle Frontier. He instructs others that just reading isn't enough to learn about Pokemon. Instead, a trainer must gain experience. His gimmick is that both he and the trainer use rental Pokemon in battle, so in theory he can draw from a wide pool of Pokemon for his team. He's also appeared in Masters X, the Adventures manga, in both the Emerald arc and the Oras arc, and the Pokemon anime, where he was shown to be friends with an Articuno, famously battling Ash Ketchum's Charizard with the legendary bird. Here, he has a possible team from the anime, with Venusaur, Machamp, Rhydon, Camerupt, Golduck and Manectric. Under the rules of Pokemon Master Showdown, Articuno might well not have been permitted, but it's moot. It is time to head to Mesagoza, and it's Paldean Academy versus Frontier Brain. It is Clive versus the holder of the knowledge symbol. It's Clavell versus Noland, today on Pokemon Master Showdown! I definitely feel like this has potential to be an interesting battle. Both opponents have picked a strong lineup of Pokemon. Both of them will want to get the win. Both have philosophies. Clavell begins with Oranguru, Noland begins with Rhydon. So, what are we going to see? Oranguru goes for Taunt, and that stops Rhydon from using the Stealth Rocks. So, Oranguru goes for Yawn. It's playing the messy game. Rhydon hits Earthquake though, and that hurts Oranguru bad. It's got slightly over a third of its health left. Rhydon goes out, in comes Manectric. Oranguru hits Psychic, and that hurts Manectric badly. Manectric goes for Volt Switch. Oranguru tanks it, and Manectric is getting out of the battle, making a flee. So far, it could be argued that Noland might have had the better of the opening exchange. Rhydon is back in. Oranguru hits Psychic, but it does maybe 30%. So, that's another taunt. I don't wonder if Rhydon, it attacks, it hits the Earthquake, Oranguru goes down. First blood to Noland. That is a victory so far for practical experience over book learning. Amoonguss comes in to face Rhydon. That is a phenomenal possible switch. Rhydon, massive disadvantage. In comes Camerupt, and suddenly it's Amoonguss at a disadvantage. It hits Giga Drain. It does about 5th to Camerupt. What is on Clavell's mind? Amoonguss goes out, Skeledirge comes in. Sunny Day is active. That won't hurt Skeledirge at all. What do we have in mind? Camerupt goes to Protect. Skeledirge uses Earth Power, but it is blocked by the Protect. So, not much here. It's been a push so far. Camerupt goes to the Sunny Day and blocks it. But what do these two opponents have in mind? I think we're just waiting to see. They're staring each other down. Rhydon comes back into face Skeledirge. That's an Earth Power. That hurts Rhydon badly though. So, I wonder what Clavell has on his mind. Rhydon could go down. Clavell has already lost 1. But Noland has not had it all his own way. 2 of his Pokemon have been badly hurt. There's a lull in the battle. 2 opponents face you. A Crocodile versus Rhino. Golduck comes in. That Torch Song does a quarter. That is quite potent. Of course, the Cloud 9 ability is blocking the effects of the weather. Skeledirge goes out, in comes Amoonguss. That's a Hydro Pump, and Amoonguss shrugs that off. it can take those all day. It might not have to, but it could. So, interested Meowscarada didn't come out. In comes Venusaur to face Amoonguss, and Venusaur will take that Giga Drain all day long. The sun is up. Venusaur hits a Sludge Bomb. That does over half on Amoonguss, and that probably did a lot more. Venusaur gets hit by Spore. It doesn't affect it. That is going to annoy Clavell. So, what does he have in mind? I wonder if Amoonguss can survive another hit like that. Possibly, but that Venusaur looks a bit of an opponent. Venusaur hits Weather Ball onto Poltergeist. So, Clavell made the switch. Poltergeist faces Venusaur. I wonder what it's going to go for. So, that's a Sludge Bomb. Poltergeist does resist it, and the Life Orb is draining it. Poltergeist goes to Spain Split to heal up. Venusaur is taking some damage here. Venusaur goes for Giga Drain. Poltergeist is down. Venusaur gets healed slightly. Clavell has lost 2. Noland still has a full team, but his team has taken a battering. In comes Skeledirge. So, Skeledirge hits Torch Song and Golduck. Noland made the switch. I wonder if Clavell is going to switch Skeledirge out, because one Hydro Pump is going to hurt a lot. In comes Meowscarada to face Golduck. Meowscarada shrugs the Hydro Pump off. Still did nearly a quarter though. That is something that I don't think Clavell will like to see too much of. Is Noland going to make another switch? This has very much been a battle of switches so far. In comes Machamp to face Meowscarada. Flower Trick hits Machamp. Protean changes its type. It's a crit. Of course, it lands on the 50% mark. Ooh, does Clavell gamble here? Will another Flower Trick take it out? The Flame Orb has burned Machamp. The Flower Trick lands. Machamp goes down. Clavell takes his first knockout. He has dragged himself back into it. In comes Manectric to face Meowscarada. Manectric hits Flamethrower. Meowscarada survives, goes for the Flower Trick. Manectric is down! That is a second knockout in quick succession. Meowscarada has taken a bit of a beating, but what can we see? Camerupt goes to protect. Meowscarada goes for a Sucker Punch, but Camerupt blocks it. Meowscarada gets out, uses a U-turn, escapes. In comes the Quaquaval. Quaquaval shrugs the Flamethrower off. So, what does he have in mind? Quaquaval is showing some fine steps there. Aqua Step indeed comes of it. Camerupt goes down. Oh dear. Speed of Quaquaval goes up. Attack of Quaquaval goes up. Venusaur is out. Ice Spinner. Venusaur goes down. Ho ho! Clavell is sweeping it back around, and Quaquaval is only getting stronger. Golduck is out. Brave Bird hits. Golduck goes down. Quaquaval does take the recoil damage, but it has made 3 knockouts in succession. Right on his back. It doesn't survive the Aqua Step. And in the end, Quaquaval walked all over Noland. There might be some bad feeling between these two combatants. Well, that might be a victory for book learning. Of course, bit uncharitable to say that's all Clavell's ever done, but he's got a finger to his lips. He's wagging his finger at Noland. That is fantastic. What a battle. It looked like Noland had the best of the early exchanges, but Clavell came back and Noland did not have an answer for Quaquaval. So, what another fantastic battle, folks. As always, I've been your commentator, Once and Future Gamer. Thank you very much for joining me at the Pokemon Master Showdown, folks. Take care, and we will see you for the next battle. Bye-bye now.